Bill's fresh produce store began its life as a greengrocer, but after a flood hit Lewis in East Sussex, the owner expanded operations to include a cafe. By using the metaphor of theatre to run and grow the business, Bill has built up a turnover of £2 million per year at both his Lewis and Brighton branches.
It is theatre, the whole place is theatre. I mean, right down to the staff. Your staff, we've got quite extrovert staff. I don't know if it's because we, how can I say, encourage that, or whether it's just the whole place encourages that.
But because Bill is here every day from early on all day, I know how much commitment he's got, and I see how all day long he's making the whole thing, what he calls his the show, look fantastic.
The main attraction at Bill's is undoubtedly the food. As food is delivered from local and international sources, Bill paints it into a fresh masterpiece each day.
The deliveries come in from different farms, different countries through the morning. From about 2:30 onwards, left in the road. We put it on the shelves, we stack it into boxes for orders. That's the sort of fresh produce side of things, and we gradually paint this picture, which is fresh every day. It gets taken off the shelves at night, taken to the kitchen, and we use it to make quiches, pies, tarts, or soups, whatever, or jams or chutneys. The theatre kitchen here, which is all the food's prepared and cooked, and the pies are cooked in the back kitchen, which I'll show you in a moment. And then we create a picture of all the fresh food through here. As you can see, all the salad bowls are decorated with beautiful produce from over there. And then we have 2 to 3 chefs working in a service kitchen, depending on the day. And they prepare the breakfasts, the lunches, the specials. It's all cooked here and prepared and garnished and then sent out to the tables from here. In most businesses, as things get older, they go out of date, i.e. if you get a book that's not selling anymore, you have to reduce it. Everyone does their job properly here, you can make it become worth more because you're processing it. If Bill's was rolled out and it was bought out, i.e. by, say, Fresh and Wild, half the things we have here they wouldn't have, because they'd be looking at their profit and loss sheet at the end of the month and saying, they didn't make any money, don't have it. But my theory is, if you have it there, it makes it a bit more special to be here. So the one thing encourages us something else, although you might lose it, and it might bring your margins down a tad, it makes that place special, makes it above everywhere else. We're doing a hot cordial today in the cafe, and it's mimosa, and it's amazing. I'll give you one in a moment. But I found this in Ronger's Market in Paris. It's a line of syrups and cordials. They've got a violet one, a licorice one, a cactus one. They're very strong. You don't need very much of them, but the flavours are amazing. And what we'll do is I'll find something like this, like mimosa cordial, and we garnish the cordial with the fresh mimosa flower.
The shop looks different every day. The cafe side looks different every day. There are different flowers he chooses to put in the desserts. You know, one day he'll put a pink rose next to the chocolate truffle, you know, and one day he'll put the aubergines next to the carrots or something. But it always looks different and has to do, for him, color and texture are very important.
Bill tries at every step to delight his audience. We asked a few of his customers to comment on the cafe and the food they were served.
I had the full Bill's breakfast, which consisted of, I had 2 eggs fried on toast, brown, sausages, I also had bacon, sorry mum, and tomatoes and mushrooms. Presentation was amazing. Best presentation of a cooked breakfast I've ever had. Yeah, it was beautiful. Very nice.
I am absolutely regular. I've been here coming every single day almost since he opened. But there's a whole group of us, usually, well, not a group of us, but there are 2 or 3 people who come every morning. So we have quite intellectual discussions and all sorts of things. Because I work alone, obviously, so this is important to me.
Bill gives his staff and management team ample recognition for the role they play in building and running the business. He has in fact entrusted the Brighton branch to a single manager. Bill explains how he recruits and manages his staff.
Employed in Bill's, there's about 45 staff here and about 50 in Brighton. So it's probably, with our administrative staff, probably about nearly close on 100 people. Here today, running on a low budget, there probably be 20 to 25 people in through this building today. Today there's a supervisor here. sometimes 3, sometimes 2. There's always 2 here. And one of those supervisors will be designated to run the business, so we haven't got to go to 2 people. They'll go and be, you know, if we've got a problem, we go to that one person. She'll have the keys to everywhere, so if you want a key to the liquor store, she'll have it, and she's responsible for it. She's responsible for everything that goes on in that business that day, not me, her. So if I've got a problem with the bread, I go to her and she'll deal with it. There's lots of other systems in place here, like we have checkboards for checking whether the close down's been properly, the heating's off. Tick boxes, so nothing ever gets left. If it gets left, someone's ticked it without checking it, and then they're answerable. Like the heating on this side was left on last night, which is not good. It's air conditioning left on, so that'll be a problem, but she's ticked the box. And dryer was on closed last night, so she'll be answerable to why that happened. If you make someone answerable to something, they normally perform properly. We try to aim to do is to get people, well, I've always been told, to get people that can do a job better than you can. So if you want a chef, get a chef that's better than you, and you haven't got to do it anymore. If you want to put fresh produce up, or you want to buy fresh produce, get a buyer that's better than you, and you haven't got to do it anymore. Try and find someone that's better than you to do things, and that's getting installed on me by my sister-in-law, who's also my partner in Bill's, all the time. Always try and find someone better at it. My weaknesses are definitely in the office side of things, and dealing with payrolls, all those things. So we found someone that's better than me.
I mean, I think Bill's actually very, very good at the business side of things. He's done an exceedingly good job with, you know, the marketing and actually the stocking. But he's obviously had a very good person behind him in Becky, Becky's actually done an exceedingly good job in running the business side of the shop. And I guess, yeah, he's used other professionals as well to ensure that the business has flourished.
If you can get staff that work with you, work for you, and can see your goals, that's what the main thing is, and hopefully that they'll portray your business from them. And Bill's is good. I don't think I've got a member of staff in any of the buildings that doesn't feel something, feel Bill's is special to them, and they're really proud of where they work. What we're doing after the new year, when the figures come out for the new year, we're going to give shares away to employees. We've set aside 10% of shares from both Bill's stores to give to the loyal employees that have been with us and working hard with us. One reason is because obviously it keeps them loyal, and they're working for a goal that they can see themselves as well. And also, they do deserve it. Lots of them deserve it.
Underlying the success of Bill's is a passionate director who imbues the business with creativity and charm. He dedicates himself daily to maintaining the artistry of the store.
Well, my first job was chef, and then I went on to fresh produce and started buying and selling fresh produce, and then we went into retail, then we went back into wholesale, and we went back into retail again. And I had this thing where I thought that this would work really well, and we gradually got more deli orientated, some more dry goods involved in the fresh produce. Generally picked up my knowledge on those type of things, and then we went into the cafe side of things as well. More and more each day it's getting to where I want it to be. There's things you have to keep going back and revisiting where you are. You get something right on Monday, and by a month later that thing's wrong again, so you have to go back and revisit it, you know. And it's about going back and never being stagnant, always never be frightened to change. I mean, I read lots of magazines, I look through lots of magazines, and magazines that you wouldn't relate to the two things, you know, things that, lots of country magazines, lots of growing magazines. I get The Grower, I look what new research is happening with things like that, so I get Country Life, you know, so I can see what the people in the country are thinking about, what, you know. And also from any magazine, from different things, you can see the way someone puts something together, the two things together. It could be a colour, it could be a flavour, it could be an article, it could be two pieces of furniture in a house magazine, but it all relates back to the way we do things. There's always someone new growing an old seed, or bringing something new into what we use, and it never ceases to amaze me, the beauty of it. I mean, you can cut, just say for instance, you cut that in half. Who designed that? Tell me, who made that? Did God make it? I'm the creative person who makes the spills look like it does. I know my products, and I'm good with customers, and we know we can, you know, what my talents are.
Bill admits that he doesn't have one clear vision guiding the business. Instead, it evolves as Bill works tirelessly to develop a lifestyle store which has achieved iconic status in Lewis and beyond.
Each day we do things hopefully a bit better, some things we do worse and we realise that we shouldn't have done that, and so we gradually try to get better every day.